In this class, we're serving up some fun trick-or-treats. First up, we'll make our fun mummy, followed by our Mr. Frankenstein. To make your trick-or-treat sticks, you're going to need rice cereal treats pre-made from the grocery store, along with lollipop sticks. Now, we're making a mummy as well as a Frankenstein, so first up, you want to take that rice cereal treat and insert that lollipop stick right in the bottom of the rectangle. Now, because we are making mummies, we're going to leave the mummy square, but we're also going to be making a Frankenstein, and for that, we're going to need to do a little bit of prep to Mr. Frankenstein. So what you're just going to do is you're going to take that rice cereal treat, and you're going to compact it down and round out the edges. So those square edges, the rectangle edges, you want to just round it out so we can have a nice round Frankenstein face. This is a great project for the kids. You can get them involved and let them do all the shaping. Once you've got the shape where you are happy with it, just go ahead and lay that down on your parchment-lined baking sheet. We're using some candy melts that are green. You can buy these pre-colored, or you can use a candy coating color to color a white coating chocolate yourself. Your choice, whatever you'd like to do, but we've got some coating chocolate here colored green, and first we're doing Mr. Frankenstein. So you just want to take that shaped rice cereal treat that you spent all that time shaping and dip that right into the coating chocolate. You're going to lay that on that parchment. That parchment's going to keep it from sticking, so very important that you use parchment, otherwise you're going to have a hard time getting it off of your surface. Now for our mummy, we're using white coating compound. And again, we're just dipping and coating that rice cereal treat in that coating compound. Once you get a good dip, you'll go ahead and place that right on your parchment. You'll want to repeat the process depending on how many trick-or-treat sticks you are making. These treats are awesome for kids, or they are a nice addition to a dessert charcuterie board. If you want to learn how to make a dessert charcuterie board, be sure to check out that tutorial. Next, what we're going to do is decorate our mummy. So we have a piping bag that has been filled with melted white coating compound. Remove your little Frankenstein guy off of your parchment so that you don't accidentally get any of the coating chocolate on him. And what you're going to do is you're just going to snip the end of that piping bag with the chocolate in it, and we're just going to go back and forth right across our dipped rice cereal treat, creating those pieces of fabric that you would see on a mummy. So this is very easy. Again, this is a great project for the kids, but you're just gonna wiggle that piping bag back and forth with that melted coating chocolate inside. Now, if your coating chocolate gets too firm, if it starts to harden up on you, you can pop it right back into the microwave and give it 15-second bursts to reheat that chocolate. Once you're happy with your mummy, go ahead and set that coating chocolate off to the side. We're gonna go ahead and turn our little mummies around just to get them in position. We've got some sprinkles here. You can find these sprinkles right in our online shop. These are our eyeball sprinkles as part of our Halloween mix. We're gonna go ahead and add some eyeballs to Mr. Mummy. We'll just repeat that on all of our trick-or-treat mummy sticks, as well as add a cute little sprinkle spider. Again, that can be found in one of our sprinkle mixes right on our online shop. Now we're gonna move on to Mr. Frankenstein. So Frank has had a chance to set up. Now, as far as prep goes for decorating Frank, we want a little bit of that green melted coating chocolate So you're going to want some of that. We're also going to need some sprinkles, again from our sprinkle line, for the bolts that are going to go on the sides of Mr. Frankenstein. Those bolts are purple sprinkles. Again, you can find that in the online shop. You're also going to need some melted coating chocolate in the color brown. That is going to be for Frank's hair. You want to have that ready and on standby, and Frank's hair is the first thing that we are going to do. So just using that melted coating compound, we just snip the end of that bag so that we can pipe right onto Frank. So we're just doing sort of a jaggedy outline, as you would see, you know, on Frankenstein. Now, there's no right or wrong way to do this, so feel free to create his hair however you see fit. And we'll just fill in those little jagged areas, and then we just kind of pulled up as we did it to create that texture. So the nice thing about working with coating chocolate is that you can get some really nice texture from it. Next, we're using the same eyeball sprinkles that we used on our mummy. So you want to figure out where you want those with regards to placement on the face, and then using some of that green melted coating chocolate, you're just going to glue those eyeballs in place. Put a little bit of that coating chocolate on the back of the sprinkle eyeball, place it right onto Frank, and once it sets up, those eyeballs aren't going anywhere. Next, we're going to do Frank's bolts that are on either side of his head. So we've got some purple sprinkles, some larger sprinkles that we're using for our bolts, and using a little bit of that green coating chocolate as our glue, we're gonna place those bolts right on the side of Frank's head and glue them in nice and tight. Now you may need to hold it in place for a second until it attaches, or if you have some freeze spray, you could also use that to place those bolts very quickly and get that coating compound to set up pretty quick, but you can see it doesn't take much. Now going back to our candy melt, and I spoke incorrectly earlier. It's actually black, not brown, but you could use brown for his hair if you'd like. But using that black coating compound, we are going to do a little zigzag to create Frank's mouth. Now, the nice thing about the coating chocolate is that you can manipulate it pretty easily. Once we have let our trick-or-treat sticks set up, you want to make sure they're completely set before you shade them. We're going to take a little bit of silver sparkle luster dust. So this is a sparkle luster dust in silver. It's an edible luster dust, FDA approved. This is not glitter. We're not using glitter on here, but we like to use the silver because it really dirties up that mummy. It just adds a little bit of definition and character. And of course, mummies, you know, it's a mummy. It's not clean. So, and then just take a little bit of that silver luster dust and hit the edges of Frank's jaw to add a little bit of dimension. And that way everything doesn't look so clean and perfect. Frankenstein and Halloween and mummies and things like that. You know, these are ghouls, things that go bump in the night. They're not going to be clean. Now you can also add a little bit of bronze luster dust. That will really add a little bit of dimension because we're really dirtying these guys up now by adding that bronze color. And you'll just do that until you're happy. Again, this is a great project for the kids. You can have them add all of the color dust. They can have fun with this. This is something that isn't perfect. You don't have to worry about being precise. This is a great fun project for the kids to just go crazy with. Last but not least, we're going to hit this with a little bit of sparkled diamond dust. This is an edible diamond dust. It's super sparkly and it just adds a little whimsy to our trick-or-treat sticks. A finishing touch, just take a cute festive paper straw. We've got our striped one, dip it in a little bit of that coating chocolate and then just push that up over your lollipop stick, and it just adds another layer of cuteness for your Halloween trick-or-treat sticks. That's a wrap on Mr. Mummy and Mr. Frankenstein, our trick-or-treat Halloween sticks. Be sure to check out all the other great video tutorials we have for Halloween. Check out our online shop where you'll find lots of Halloween sprinkles and all kinds of goodies. Be sure to like and follow for more good eats and sweet treats.